What's up, y'all? It's your boy Aaron Lee from Sacramento, California, and I'm here in Portland, Oregon with Rhythm and Flow. Check out our episode.
All the way from Sacramento, Aaron Lee!
Baby, turn the lights down. So what? So I can turn your body on. I'm saying, baby, you got me so excited. I see this.
What up, y'all? It's your boy once again, Made by Power, and I'm here with another special guest. This time we got Sacramento Zone, Aaron Lay.
What's up, y'all?
How's it going, bro?
Good, brother. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yes, sir. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It's my first time here. It's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
I mean, you saw all the trees, you saw all the sunshine, little river.
It's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, the river. Oh, what was it called?
The Willamette River.
Was it?
Willamette.
Willamette River. Yeah, it's nice. I've seen everybody on their boats and stuff. I'm like, man.
It's a vibe,
It's nice.
huh?
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's a major vibe. I thought it was gonna be cold, but
Nah. See, the thing about Oregon is it's beautiful from basically from June to September. Like I said, I mean, it's gonna be pretty dry, but then September's like your last month, and it's like get it in while you can type shit. You know what I'm saying?
for sure,
It's
for
beautiful,
sure.
man. In the summer, I think that's what really shines the most.
Absolutely, man.
Besides the rain, you know.
Yeah, right. Hey,
How's everything coming through? Everything was smooth. Everything was nice.
Yes, everything was perfect. Everything was perfect, man. We got up this morning, had to go pick up my security guard, got to the airport, everything went smoothly. Took a nice little power nap on the plane, and then you guys picked me up. So everything's
Yes,
been
sir.
going smooth so far. I'm very excited for tonight.
Dude, talk
Yeah.
about tonight. What are you expecting?
Honestly, I have no expectations, you know what I mean? Because
Okay.
I don't want to have high hopes, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
at the same time, I know it's gonna be a vibe. I know it's gonna be great. I know it's gonna be a great turnout. I know it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to mentally prepare to do my job, you know?
Right,
But,
right.
but I've never been here before, so I really don't know what to expect, right?
You know, we're gonna show you some great hospitality. We're gonna
Thank
make
you.
sure that you say, "I need to go back."
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's already been great so far. So
And we'd love to
appreciate
hear
y'all.
that. Now, I want to get to know you a little bit more. I know that you recently had some performances like Rolling Loud. That was pretty big. But I want to kind of deep dive into how you got to that point. So talk about your background a little bit.
Man, so realistically, I've been doing music for 10 years, bro. I'm 26. I started professionally recording music when I was 16.
Yeah.
Been doing music. I started getting into music first by breakdancing. So when I was a young kid, I used to breakdance around the 4th grade, right? And then when
word.
I got to middle school, that's when I kind of started singing a little bit. And then high school is when I really transitioned from being a dancer into like an artist.
Yeah.
Been doing a lot of shows, stuff here and there, dropping music. But it wasn't until I dropped my song Sactown. I'm from Sacramento. Sactown is an interpolation of Southside by Lloyd. So
Okay.
from that song, it went viral on TikTok, Instagram, social media. And from there, like you said, it allowed me to go on Rolling Loud. I was able to do Good Day Sacramento, Fox 40, and a bunch of other like major concerts in Sacramento. It got me here with you guys in Portland.
Yeah.
So it was able. That song really like caught a lot of people's attention. You know what I mean? But I'm happy. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because people would say, "Damn, I didn't know you've been doing music for 10 years."
Right.
They think it was an overnight success with this one song, but I'm like, nah, it's really a grind, a journey. Like what Nipsey said. It's a marathon.
It's a marathon, yeah.
And the marathon continues. So it's not a race,
Right.
And being young back then, I always thought like I'm gonna pop off in a year or two. It didn't take me 10 years, and this is still only the beginning,
Right.
Yeah. So it's been cool, but really that song is really what took my career to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, and it looks like you've been just, going up, since that whole song dropped. I mean, you were talking about all those performances. I mean, that's just a short period of time that you've been doing that already.
Right.
But that's what people don't see, though. They don't see the grind,
Yeah.
You're chipping it away for 10 years, and it's like you blow up. It's like, bro, he got lucky. No.
Right.
But they don't see all that hard work that you were doing behind the scenes.
Right, all those connections and conversations,
Yeah.
and long nights, early mornings. You know what I mean? Like, man, grinding, just sacrificing so much. You know what I mean? And even like people not believing in you. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to really have that faith in yourself.
Tight, yeah.
People would have gave up after the 3rd year, 4th, 5th year. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm here to say, like, again, like it's been 10 years. I'm finally giving my flowers a little bit, but this is really when the work starts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But all the repetition from over the years, I'm ready for it. So,
Yeah, exactly. Man, that's exciting. I'm excited for you.
Thank you,
that's
bro.
why it's so exciting the fact that you're here.
Thank you.
Because, I mean, literally, we see what you're about.
Yeah.
We love your music.
Thank you.
We have to have him here. So that's
Yes,
the
sir.
kind of feeling that we have. So, again,
Yes, sir.
it's going to be dope. Now, as far as like your music and dropping Sactown, did you always believe it was gonna be a hit as soon as you recorded it, or how was that? How did you feel about it?
Man, realistically, so that song I recorded that song 3 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, I recorded it 3 years ago, and I did not expect it to blow up.
Right.
It went viral on accident, bro. Like so I had that song in the vault, and I was talking to my little sister, like, hey, let's go to the Capitol. Let's go to the Sacramento Capitol building. Let's just film in front of it just because the song's called Sactown. I just want to shoot some promo.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw it up just to show people, like, hey, I got a song that I'm working on. No way was I ever thinking about dropping the song, but I dropped the video, the promo clip on TikTok, and it blew up, right? So I was like, holy shit, it shit blew up. And then I put it on Instagram, and that blew up. So I was like, all right, by popular demand, I got to drop the song now.
Of course.
I got to drop the song because everybody's asking for it, like, what. And so I didn't scramble, but I sent it to my engineer. He mixed it down. We released it, and it just took off organically. So the first video, I went viral on accident, and then I have my buddy. He knows the algorithm really well, so he's like, let me help you with this so you can capitalize a little bit more.
Yeah.
So every video after that was intentional. So we went viral again and again and again, all organically, no running, no ads, no nothing. It's just the algorithm picking it up and real people, engaging in it. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did not expect that song to go viral, but I'm happy that that's the song that took off because I'm from Sacramento, you know what I'm saying? And so it's something that our city can get behind, and it brings that nostalgia because it's, like I said, it's an interpolation of Southside by Lloyd. Yeah. So it brings that nostalgic early 2000 R&B. If you know the song, you're gonna be like, oh, that's Southside. But if you don't know, you're gonna be like, why does it sound familiar, right? So some people love it, some people hate it, but overall, you can't escape it,
You recorded it 3 years ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what the thing is, like, you probably would have been too ahead of your time 3 years ago. Because I feel like samples of those kind of songs are getting popular now.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you dropped it at a good time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, earlier this year, I think I dropped it in January of 2025. And we're in May now, halfway through the year, and it's just been going crazy. It's been going crazy.
Yeah, dude, there's not even like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
Nah, yeah, so it's been crazy, bro. It's been a blessing for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a good point that you brought up, though. Like, yeah, maybe if I dropped it back then, it probably wouldn't have. Yeah,
because you dropped the like TikTok, a reel, like that's all more relevant stuff today. Like 3 years ago, like it was kind of starting, but But I mean, now it's like it's dominant. It's dominating. So I mean, that's a great timing.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy.
I agree.
And I love that song too. So I mean, that's fine.
I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Come on, baby.
Playing
I love
homage to your city, bro. That's hard.
Yeah. Some people love it. Some people hate it. But at the same time, like all my OGs and my people that been in the game for a long time, they tell me, man, if you're not having haters, you're not doing something right. So
literally.
Yeah. So it's crazy because we call it the Sacramento anthem, right? Yeah. And my buddy did that on purpose. The one that knows the algorithm, he's like, let's call it that, so that it gives people something to talk about. It gives them something to debate, and that's what had happened. People in the comments like, fuck, no, this ain't the anthem. You stole this from Lloyd. Whoa. But some people are like, yes, this is the fucking anthem. We standing behind this,
Yeah.
So you got that love and hate for the song, but it keeps it in rotation. It keeps it in the conversation, But I focus more on the love anyways. So.
Yeah.
But shout out to my haters, though.
And that's part of it too. Is just that you gotta have haters.
Yeah.
Haters are honestly the motivators and the reason why people blow up.
Yeah.
So keep hating. We love them.
Hey, it's all good. The love will win anyways. So you can try to stop it, but it is what it is.
Can't stop it though.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
We everywhere like air.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So it's been a blessing, man.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So now that you got that under, look, it's wraps. Now you're moving forward. What's next for you?
Right now I'm working on an album right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got a lot of songs done. But then it's like, I'm just in the phase of recording, and then we're gonna go back and pick like, all right, which one's gonna fit the album, Cause it's crazy, cause like, Sactown is the song, right? So it's like, kind of not morphed around that for the project, but it's like I wanna, and my team, we wanna kind of bring a sound that kind of is like that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we don't wanna focus so much on that, because I'm so versatile that I wanna be able to do everything. So we're just trying to curate it and make sure that it comes out correctly. But right now, that's the focus, is working on the album, make sure we get that ready for y'all.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be mostly just your songs, or are they gonna be with features as well, or how's that looking like?
I definitely want some features on there. None of it's confirmed yet, so I ain't gonna name drop because none's confirmed. But I got a couple people in my mind that I want to tap in with for sure. Yeah.
Producers too. Who are you working with?
Right now, I'm gonna have Jem Made It, my boy Complex. We got my boy Mr. Trax. We got. I'm trying to think. Oh, my boy Megatron, the one that produced Sactown.
Okay.
Got a few with him on there. And then it's gonna be recorded by my boy Louis Valentino, multi-Grammy engineer. And then also Q made the beat. He's gonna have his touches on there. So yeah. Oh, my brother Prop, the producer, he's gonna be on there as well. So yeah, it's a lot of home team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of Northern Cali people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this you said there's a lot of people like you were already working with in the past?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What studio do you work in mostly? Is it you work by yourself, like your own home studio, or you actually go to a studio?
So I do have my own home studio. I actually recorded Sactown in my bedroom
crazy.
at the crib.
That's
and then
crazy.
I sent it to my boy. He mixed it down.
Yeah.
But for this album, I'm going to my mentor Q Made the Beat studio, and then I'm working with Louis out of there and Q. So I work with them both. But it's a Q spot.
Yeah.
And he has like Studio A, Studio B. So we just work in both rooms. But yeah, so for this project, I am gonna be working at Q Made the Beat Studios.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, it's very infamous studio out in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's for sure the GOAT, for sure. That's my mentor. Like I said, I've been doing music for 10 years.
Yeah.
And I met him when I was 16, and I've stuck with him ever since. So I've learned everything I know from him when it comes to, performing studio voice versus your performing voice, and how to harmonize and songwrite, everything. So yeah, I'm very grateful for him.
Yeah.
And you just gotta stick to your people. Gotta stay loyal to them.
100%.
Yeah.
How important is that to have someone like that? Very important.
Especially as a young man, bro, in life, we need mentors. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy to get steered off into the wrong path.
Yeah.
So I think a mentor is great, not just for music, but just in life in general. So if you can find a good mentor, definitely lock that in. Yeah.
100, bro. But I feel like like you said, a lot of people can steer a different direction, but if you have someone there that's kind of looking out for you in a sense, I mean, they can help you, like think about stuff and even think outside the box on certain things.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially doing like me and doing music, you know what I'm saying? That's not something that like my parents or my siblings or anybody that can mentor me in because they're not in that field, So you got to find somebody that's reputable and can really help you achieve that goal, you know what I'm saying? But you got to be very selective too and be very careful, you know what I mean? So yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Now you got a whole lot of stuff going on. You're traveling. You're doing all these events and stuff like that. How do you stay locked in on album mode though? How do you stay locked in?
On what mode?
Like being on album mode right now.
Album mode?
Yeah. Like how do you stay locked in?
Man, you just do it. Cause ain't nobody gonna do it for you but yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about earlier. Like I'm back in college, right?
Yeah.
I also work graveyards, so I'm working graveyards. I'm in college, trying to focus on the album, trying to do these shows, travel. So a lot of it is like time management, picking and choosing, and just trying to like breathe and stay calm. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it does get a little hectic. Sometimes I'd be stressing, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like I pushed the album date back like 2-3 times already just because I wanted it done in May. Got super busy. I'm like maybe June. I'm like, that's still too early, so let me just push it back. Just take my time with it. Try to, like you said, like I said, time manage. Yeah. Yeah, pick and choose your battles, really.
Literally. Yeah. I mean, like you said, you got a lot of stuff going on. You've had to push it back. I mean, you definitely got to, like, find the time when you can, which is a lot easier said than done, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
sometimes you got to sacrifice sleep. Man, that's why, like I said, I work graveyards, bro, so I'll be working 11:30 to 7:30 a.m.
Damn, really?
Yeah, and then I'll just go home, take a little quick 3-4 hour nap if I can.
Yeah.
Then it's off to the gym or the studio or rehearsals.
Jeez.
Yeah,
That's
bro,
crazy,
it's tough.
bro.
But then it's like I work graveyards, right? So then, excuse me, I end up working in the office. Oh, excuse me, the paloma. But but I work graveyard, so it's like I could write my songs while I'm there because it's the graveyard shift, so not. I do IT work, so it's like not a lot of phone calls are coming in, you know what I mean? So it's like I could use this time to still work on my dream, you know what I mean? Just try to like figure out, get it in where you can. Yeah. So
That's wild.
it's wild, I know.
But at least you get it. At least you have that freedom to work, you know? You gotta
Yeah.
find it. If you really love it and you're really passionate about it, you'll find it.
Yeah. If you, no, 100%.
Yeah.
If you're really passionate about it, you really want it, you're gonna do it. Cause like I said, ain't nobody gonna do it for you but yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Literally.
You can't wait on it. You really gotta go and get it. You know what I'm saying? We only have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
We all got the same 24 hours. It's just how you use it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't sleep 8 hours a day.
Yeah.
There's no way, cause then it's a third of my day gone.
Quite literally.
Literally. Yeah. So it's
That's wild, brother.
Yeah. So it's a lot, but I'm grateful though. I love it. And also too, I think maybe just having ADHD a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
being like
You got
super
a little
energetic.
ADHD?
I think so. I'm self-diagnosed, but a lot of people that I talk to that is diagnosed, they're like, yeah, you got it too. So
Yeah.
I think that helps.
I feel like
too.
I got that shit too.
Yeah, I think being creatives, we all kind of got that. You know what I'm saying? Because our mind is just so like all over the place. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
But it's a beautiful thing if you can use it correctly.
Gotta use it correctly.
Yeah.
Because then it could destroy you.
Yeah.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
Bro, I want to know how the whole Rolling Loud experience was though.
Oh,
How was that, dude?
That shit was crazy. That
How
shit was
many
so
people
much
were there?
fun. So we started early, but we were on the main stage. So there was definitely, probably a couple hundred to a couple thousand probably there. You know what I'm
Gosh.
saying? Yeah. It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people. But it was a great experience. I got to meet, Eric Bellinger, who was one of my favorite,
Yeah.
singers, one of my fucking, like somebody I look up to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ever since a young kid. So I got to meet him. I got to meet Stephen G. Big shout out to my brother, DJ 5 Venoms for bringing me out. Thank you, brother. And also Pac Bros for bringing me out. But yeah, Rolling Loud was fun. We flew in, or I flew in, met up with my peoples. And we were there for the whole weekend. The first night we had it was like a Rolling Loud pre-party with DJ 5 Venoms, who is the official DJ for Rolling Loud. We had an event a couple of nights before, did a little pre-show. And then the next day we had like a studio session, all-day studio session. And then the next 2 days we were at Rolling Loud. The first night we were there just to kind of, be around, run around, watch the people. But it was cool though, just to see it from that side. And then the second day was like, we going through the artist lounge, the VIP, we getting shuttled to the stage, we getting, we going to the RVs, we behind with media and stuff. So it was a great experience, bro. Like, it was a lot of fun to be on a stage like that. It was very like humbling, I didn't know we were gonna be on the main stage, the main one where it's like you have the long stage, but then you also have that middle walkway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to be able to be on that stage knowing that like some of the biggest artists are on the same stage too, it's just kind of mind-blowing.
Bro, it's surreal.
It's surreal.
Surreal,
It's
dude.
crazy. It's crazy, But yeah, and you know what's crazy? I probably shouldn't even talk about this, but I'm just gonna bring it up.
Yeah.
So there's this clip on TikTok that went viral. There's these kids hating on me. They were heckling me. I don't know if you ever seen it, but it was a TikTok video. These kids were at Rolling Loud during my set, bro. But they were like, they're like not hating on Playboy or Cardi fans, but they're listening to to some like crash out, turn up music. You know what I mean? Some headbanger shit. And I'm bringing R&B, so they're like, who the fuck is this Asian guy? You know what I'm saying? We don't know who the fuck he is. So in the video, they're like heckling me. I was like, y'all fucking with me? And they're like, no. I was like, damn. It went viral too, but it's crazy because through that video, I got a lot of support. Like people coming out of nowhere, like DMing me, like, bro, like, don't let that stop you. The negativity, just keep going. You made it. Like you're doing it. Don't let that stop you. And it was crazy because like people were in the comments going back and forth. Some are defending me. Some are also making fun of me. But it was a humbling experience for sure though. Because when I was there, like I'm not even focused on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And also too, like it's just a big old crowd. So like I wasn't even hearing them anyways. It's just like I'm just doing my thing. But yeah, to see that video afterwards was kind of crazy because like I posted my video. And then people were in my comments like, did you guys see the other point of view? And I was like, what are they talking about? They finally tagged me in the video. It was like these kids heckling me.
And that's how you found out about it.
That's how I found out about it. Yeah, it was kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. I was talking to my marketing team. I'm like, should I talk about it? Should I make a response video? But they're like, nah.
Yeah.
So I didn't. But I'm gonna bring that up.
There you go.
So you guys are watching. Hey, we still working. We still moving up.
Literally here, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that's the thing about people, man. They gonna hate, but you got supporters though. You
Yeah.
got a lot of supporters.
Yeah. And I'm very grateful for it too. And it's like a lot of strangers too. A lot of it's obviously friends and family, but a lot of it, when it comes to like people that I don't know reaching out, just motivating me and saying that I inspire them, like that's just amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And And with the supporters too, it's like, well, they come out of nowhere. But even with the hate, right? It's like, yeah, it went viral, but then it's like it got y'all talking about me.
Literally.
You know what I mean? Like in the movie Straight Outta Compton, all publicity is good publicity.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
Whatever though.
Yeah, whatever though. We gonna keep it going. The
Exactly.
support it outweighs the hate for sure. So.
Quite literally, man.
And we just keep going, and you know, as we elevate, I feel like the more you elevate, the more you keep doing your thing, the more hate's gonna come with it. It's like the devil trying to work overtime, but you know,
For sure.
I believe in God.
Hey,
So.
if you were to tell yourself at 16 that you'd be performing at Rolling Loud 10 years later, would you believe it?
Kinda, but kinda not.
Yeah.
Kind of, because I always knew, not to sound cocky, but I always knew I had it in me, and I always knew I was gonna get to a certain level where I am on the big stage. But I did not think I was gonna be doing it at, 10 years later.
Yeah.
I knew one day I was gonna do it, but I didn't think it was gonna come this soon. I thought it was gonna be later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit of both.
How'd you keep that motivation, that mindset that I need to keep going at this?
Well, it was always been a dream of mine to do it, and I've always had that chip on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it,
Yeah.
you know? And not to like do it like I'm trying to prove people wrong, but I'm just trying to show y'all, like, I said I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do it. You know, I feel like it was, or I know it's a gift from God. I know that it's a gift, you know, from the heavens, and my job is to share my gift with the world. So I would be cheating myself and my friends and family and believers and the people that can't do it, that I should be doing it for if I stopped. You know what I'm saying? So that's what keeps me going is that knowing that it's my purpose, knowing that I'm meant to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, it's crazy because there's been times where I've doubted myself, you know what I mean? And also like, my friends and supporters and family, they're like, not saying that they don't believe in me or they stop, but they're just like, oh, he's just doing this music thing. He's just whatever.
Right.
But now, like, they seen it, they're like, oh shit. Like,
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, yo, he's really doing his thing.
It's like, he really doing it. Like, we thought you were just playing around, but you really doing it. You know what I'm saying? And in the back of my mind, I just kept it like, I know I'm doing the right thing. They just ain't waking up yet. But they're gonna wake up sooner or later.
Right.
Yeah, so just staying true to myself and my goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping that mindset, you locked in.
Locked in, gotta be, bro. It's not easy, you know what I'm saying? And it's easy to get discouraged, you know what I'm saying? Because like, a lot of my boys, some of them getting married, you know, some of them went to college, got good paying jobs. And
well, your life's changing, right? I mean, the older you get, the less your life's changing.
Yeah, and everybody's story is different, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just happy that I'm the one in my friend group that can be doing all this cool, extravagant shit.
Literally. And like I say, man, it's never a race, bro. Everyone's at their own pace. Some people may be luckier and it happens for them sooner. But at the same time, if you're consistent, because a lot of my podcasts, a lot of the artists I talk to, they're always like, consistency is key.
It is.
100%. Like, if you're not consistent, that's where you're struggling. If you're not consistent.
Right.
So as long as you keep going and doing what you're supposed to do, the work, it's gonna pay off eventually.
Yeah, for sure. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, you're right. You definitely, you hit that on point. Consistency is key. That's everything. You know.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta get your reps in. You know, even when no one's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many times did you perform before that Rolling Loud experience?
A lot of times.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, before Rolling Loud.
Yeah, what was going down in Sacramento?
Kinda, like, actually, let me take that back. I've done shows here and there, but I think that sometimes, like in a year, I would only do a handful of shows, which is not really a lot for an artist, right?
Yeah.
But growing up, being a dancer, and being in my high school dance team and performing at rallies and this and that, I always had stage presence.
Gotcha.
So I always had that in me already.
Yeah.
You feel me? Whenever I did do shows, I would just give it my all. And even like just practicing by yourself, getting them reps in when no one's looking. That's what really prepared me. It's just practice.
Like, literally.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes with everything, right? Going back to consistency.
Absolutely.
Practicing, getting your reps in.
Absolutely.
Doing all that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you gotta stay ready. You know what I'm saying?
Quite literally.
You gotta stay ready. Yeah.
How was the music scene in Sacramento? Is there a lot going on?
Yeah, but no.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I'm saying? Sacramento does, but it doesn't. I feel like Sacramento doesn't really get the love that we should receive. You know what I'm saying? Just because like LA is just a metropolis for it. It is 6 hours away, Cali. So is the Bay Area. There's more resources. In Sacramento, it's everybody leaves. You know what I'm saying? Everybody leaves to go to, like I said, LA or in another major city where they have more resources. You know.
Right.
So excuse me, Sacramento is Sacramento. You know, we have people that do music and it's very cliquey. Everybody kind of knows of each other, but I would like to think that we're growing though, and we're collaborating more.
Yeah.
And we're doing bigger things. But you know, like I just did this thing called Concerts in the Park in Sacramento that they do every year. It's a free event, free concert every Friday of May and June. You know, they just had exhibit headline on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, and when I did it, they had Chloe Rose. I think she signed to Columbia. So it's cool. So Sacramento, we do have a nice music scene, but I just wish that we had people that like came together more and really use our resources together. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just does their own thing and leaves. You know, so yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that though. You know, you got to go where it calls. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like exactly like what you said. A lot of people leave for LA, bigger hub.
Yeah.
More resources.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could also create that in Sacramento or wherever you're from. You know, you don't have to be from LA all the time. Or just like here, you know, what we're trying to create.
Right.
I mean, we're down in Salem. We're trying to create an atmosphere where it is normal to bring artists and have a good time with, you know, influencers, singers, rappers, whatever it may be. So it's whatever you want to create, right? It's getting together.
Absolutely. Yeah. It really. Yeah, but then it's like when you do that though, it's like you really being the first one to do it, but you really, you know, doing something different. You know what I mean? You really got to show them that we could do it.
Exactly.
You know, but with the right team and the right belief, it's possible for sure. Yeah.
And the right support. You need the support.
Yes, we need the people.
People need to show up.
The people. That's really what it is. It's the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you got to give the people something to believe in. Give the people something to want to come out to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but we are nothing without the people for sure. Yeah. Without the fans and the people, that's facts.
You know, it's like people also like when I think about what the kind of like business that we're in, right? And music and all that. And I feel like promoters, for example, they get caught up in money or something like that, and you know that's like the final thing. But I also believe that if you do the right thing, money will come. Mm-hmm. So I feel like paying your dues, standing by what you believe in, and you know just doing right by everybody. Yeah. Eventually it'll come. And
absolutely.
you can apply that to anything really. Yeah. But I feel like people need to understand what we're about and the kind of people that we bring are about. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, money is always the motive, right? Money is always the nice thing to have and the goal. But sometimes it's a lot of things that money can't buy. You know what I'm saying? That's relationships, you know, and networking and showing up and just, you know, making those connections, you know what I mean? Sometimes that shit is way more valuable than money, in my opinion.
Way more valuable.
Paying your dues, like you said, you know? So having a bag is nice, but at the same time, that's not everything, you know? Like, it's not as meaningful when it just feels like a transaction, you know what I mean? Sometimes.
If you can take a step back, but you get freaking shot like 20 slots forward, I mean, are you going to complain about that?
Yeah.
But people don't see that. They don't see the bigger picture sometimes. So, I mean, it starts with you. It starts with the next person that comes after you. Yeah. What we're building is we're trying to elevate that. Mm-hmm. So you coming down helps us so much. Yeah. And it's gonna be a vibe, bro.
Yeah, I'm super excited, bro, and I'm so happy to be here, and I'm very grateful that y'all tapped in. Like I said, it's my first time in Oregon. I don't know what to expect, but I just know it's gonna be a good time. Like the energy is already positive and fun and lively. Like, and also seeing what you guys do and seeing what you guys do for your city is amazing. So I'm just happy to be a part of it. Yeah. And to be like a part of something that you guys are building from the ground up. Like I said, it's inspiring.
It starts with Aaron Lay right here.
Come on, brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but it wouldn't be right. Y'all giving us the platform to do it, so it wouldn't be right without y'all. So.
For sure, yeah, without a doubt.
I'm excited.
Next time you come to Oregon, you definitely got to stay for longer than a day.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would love to. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Memorial Weekend, man. We should have did the whole weekend. But yeah, we
want a little hike, go a little, do something.
Yeah, I want to check it out, bro. It's so beautiful driving around. And that's just like on the way here. I'm sure there's so much more to see, and we haven't even made it to Salem yet. So
no, just Portland.
Yeah, that's so nice, bro. Man, yeah. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Now talk about like kind of growing up in Sacramento. Like, what was that like? You know, what were like some major influences early on for your music and just in general what you wanted to do? So, a lot of my early influences. I'm not gonna lie. So we're like cousins to the Bay Area. So a lot of my influences came from the HBK game, like P-Lo, Sue, and all them, with the the turned up stuff. But then all the party vibe. Yeah. Then also like
I'm a huge fan of Chris Brown, Michael Jackson, you know.
Right.
So also like Eric Bellinger, like I said, even like Adrian Marcel that you guys had, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of my inspiration comes from like the LA, like major R&B, but then also mixed with the Northern California hyphy turn vibes. But yeah, like growing up was cool. I mean, I came from a good family, you know. My parents were still together, you know.
Yeah.
Like Catholic household, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like kind of like the black sheep though. They didn't want, you know, like, how do I say this? Like my grandfather, my dad's dad, he was an instrumentalist. He did music, and he would travel the world, but he didn't want none of his children to do music because he knows the path, you know. But it was already in our blood, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I remember growing up, my parents, they'd be at work, you know, I'm Vietnamese, so they have a nail salon, you know what I'm saying? So we, you know, we're not like super rich, but we're not poor, you know what I'm saying? We're right there, we do enough just to get by. And my parents, they always provided everything that we needed, so I'm very grateful for them. But you know, they'd be out working sometimes late night, and I'd be at my grandparents' house, and my grandpa would just be in his room playing his instruments, playing the guitar or the violin. He used to have a little metronome, little foot tapper, you feel me? I'm sitting outside, so I remember that growing up. So music was always, you know, a part of the household, you know, going to church every Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Mom's in the choir, aunts is in the choir, so growing up, you know, it was a lot of that. Just, you know, growing up in an Asian household, we had the duality of the Vietnamese side and the American side. You know what I'm saying? Because like my parents, they from Vietnam. I'm the first generation born in America. Right. I was actually born in San Jose, the Bay Area, but we moved up to Sac when I was like 4. So I always had that mixture of like the Vietnamese culture with the American culture, trying to figure out like my path. Luckily, music was what it is for me and my siblings. You know, hip hop. And R&B, you know, pop, all that. So music was everything for us. And I think that that's where I found my niche, bro. Being in elementary school, me and my friends, we started a little breakdance crew. We would dance on the blacktop, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure it out, you know, just you know, having a fun time. But yeah, so I came from a good household, bro.
That's good.
For sure, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can you still breakdance?
I can still, wouldn't know.
Can you?
Yeah.
Right now? No, I'm playing.
I could do it. I could. It ain't never gonna leave me. But you know, I could breakdance, but I definitely got to get back on my shit if I really want to breakdance. You know what I'm saying? The moves will never leave me. The top rocking will never leave me. The smoothness will never leave me. But as far as like doing crazy sets, I got to get back in my bag for that.
You ever seen the movie You Got Served?
Of course.
Classic.
Absolutely.
Or which one's better? You Got Served or Stomp the Yard?
Stomp the Yard.
Really?
Yes.
Bro, they shoot Chris Brown in the opening
scene. He said he's a little, my boy Breezy, man.
That's
boy
crazy.
Breezy. Yeah, that's just crazy. But I don't know why. That movie's just tight, though. I love that movie. You Got Served? It's tight, too, though. Didn't they did multiple You Got Served, didn't they?
I don't think so.
What movie am I thinking about?
I don't know. Stomp the Yard, they did multiple.
With Moose. We do one long hair, he be in the water. And then they did the Step Up.
Step Up. That's another one.
That shit was tight, too.
All right, so Step Up, Stomp the Yard, or You Got Served?
Well, Step Up because they got multiple ones, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I like You Got Served.
You like You Got Served tight, too,
that's like my favorite
I mean,
one.
That's fair. Yeah.
But it was Omarion, he was in it, right? Yeah. That sounds crazy storyline.
You said what?
That sounds a crazy storyline.
Yeah, they always are.
So actually growing up too, my family, my mom's family was very like into breakdancing and stuff like that. So I had like a lot of cousins doing all that.
Yeah.
I never did it personally, but I grew up on that. That's kind of what I saw.
That's just tight. My brother was raw. My older brother was fucking fire. Like, he could have went professional, but too many injuries. But
I could imagine.
Yeah, because you really throwing yourself and you're spinning on your head and you know what I mean? You're doing all this crazy shit, you know? So yeah, it was a lot, but I'm grateful that he did it because it got me and my brothers into it. Me and my younger brothers. So yeah, but you know, that shit was the culture back then. That's really what it was, you know?
True. Did you end up competing? Did you say you were competing or no?
No, I never really competed.
You just kind of did it like for fun?
Did it for fun. My brothers, they competed. My older brother and his crew, they competed. I kind of just did it for fun and joined like the high school dance team and you know stuff like that.
Got you.
Yeah.
Going back home, what's your favorite meal to come home to?
I don't know why it sounds so Asian, but like the first thing, home cooked meal that came to my mind was a nice bowl of pho.
Oh.
I love it.
You
Any
can't go
time
wrong.
of the year, 365 days, I'll have it. If it's hot, cold, I don't give a shit. That's probably the best meal to come home to. It's just so warm and, you know, it's nice. You can have it after a day of drinking. You know what I'm saying? It gets the hangover cure.
Right.
Or you know your stomach hurt, you're sick or something. Boom, perfect.
Easy.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with pho.
Nah.
Can't,
yeah.
Wait, how do you like it though? Do you like it with like the rare beef slices?
Yeah,
Do
I
you
get
like
I
it,
get
or-
the combination of everything. Because the pho that big.
Yeah.
Everything. I needed the tripe, the tendon, the steak, the meatballs,
Yeah.
all that, everything.
How do you
Yeah.
feel when people call it pho?
It's okay. They just need,
Culture, huh?
yeah, they just
Think-
gotta get gamed up. It's not their fault that they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I'm sure they don't mean to do it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And then once you tell them like, oh, this is how you really say it, then they're like, oh, my bad. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Same thing like with my last name. You know, I be saying
Oh, the
Lee.
Lay
People be
and
saying
Lee?
Lee. Yeah, it's really Lay,
Yeah.
but you know.
It's like, it's one of those things you're like, there it is.
Yeah, yeah, it's one of them things, you know. So it is what it is, though, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I think people don't mean to do it. It's just
For sure.
about education and really just educating people on how
Yeah.
to do it correctly. And then if you educate them on it, and then they want to be a dickhead and mispronounce it, then like, you're just a fucking asshole, you know. But
They're just
but
trying to
if,
piss you off at that
yeah,
point.
but if they don't mean to do it, then yeah, there's no point of
For sure.
taking it personal.
Nah, bro, I
Yeah.
gotta say Vietnamese food is probably top three.
Yeah. What else? What else is
Top-
up there?
Top three.
What else you got?
I mean, I can't pronounce half of it.
Yeah. No, I'm
But-
saying you said Vietnamese is top 3. What other like food like?
Oh,
Like
Mexican food.
yes.
For sure.
For sure.
That's top one for me.
yeah.
that's gotta be.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was my favorite growing up as a kid. I would say that's my it was my
Oh,
top
'cause
one.
you said
Now
you-
it's top 2.
You said you grew up with a lot of Mexicans too, huh?
I did. Yeah. Well, growing up in Sacramento was very diverse. But my best friend, a lot of them are Mexican. Yeah, my best friend Jacob, he's Mexican and white. But
Yeah.
yeah, we grew up very diverse in Sacramento. Thank God. So yeah. Yeah.
That's one of those things too. That I'm in Oregon, right? So it's like I don't really see too much diversity.
Mm-hmm. Really?
But no, not too much. In Salem, maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But that's just something that we're not really accustomed to. I mean, it's,
Really?
it's not too diverse. It's just just enough to where you're like, okay, yeah, there's other
Yeah.
people around.
Am I gonna be the only Asian guy in the building tonight?
No. Maybe I don't know.
Hey,
No.
fuck it. I'll be the golden ticket. Fuck it.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
no.
bro.
Yeah, no. I mean, I guess we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Being from California too. California is very diverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that.
So
Well, we got a lot of people coming from California.
yeah.
So the diversity's coming.
it's growing. Yeah, yeah. And me, I like my women exotic. So yeah, I love that everybody's mixing babies.
Literally. What's your favorite thing to do back home? Like besides music, what's your favorite thing to do outside of that? What gives you like, I like doing that.
If I'm not working, studying, or in the studio, I'm either in the gym, trying to clear my mind. I really like doing is driving around. I love driving sometimes just to clear my mind.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So that either the gym, driving around. It'd be nice sometimes to do nothing, but then when I do nothing, I'm just like couching it and stuff. After a certain while, I start feeling bad. I'm like, man, I'm fucking wasting my time right now. But yeah, I'd probably say the gym,
Gym?
right? But does that count, or are you trying to say something that's not work related?
I mean, if you like to go be in the gym, I feel like that's a
Yeah.
hobby.
Yeah.
People can make that a hobby of theirs. I know people
Yeah.
that just like love training.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
that's what they live for.
Yeah, it's good for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? It's
feel
good
that,
for,
though.
It's good for your mental health. And then like the gym that I go to, we have a sauna and a steam room, so it's nice
Yeah.
to go in there afterwards, try to meditate in there sometimes, or just sit in there for like 5-10 minutes. Yeah.
Saunas are dope.
Yeah, it's
I wish-
nice.
I wish more spots at least in Salem had them, but
Yeah.
they don't.
You guys got steam rooms?
Yeah. Selective gyms only though.
Selective gyms. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like I wish more gyms had it.
Yeah. Well, what do
But-
you? What about you? Let me ask you. What do you like to do besides when you're not working with rhythm and flow?
Shit, I have so many hobbies, bro.
Yeah?
I have so many hobbies. But photography, I like taking pictures like on film.
Yeah.
Like that's
on
beautiful.
film?
That's beautiful to me.
Okay.
That shit like storytelling.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy that. But I also really like. I just like finding something new to do. Like
Yeah.
I got into. First of all, I started rapping when I was a kid, right? So I got into rapping. Then from there, it kind of led to the events, and then engineering, like
Okay.
mixing music.
Yeah.
Then
Studio engineer. Okay.
photography,
Yeah.
videography. I just like learning something new.
Yeah, but you know what? I think something that's dope. You said it's all like creative stuff.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
all
yeah.
like artsy,
Yeah,
creative
yeah.
stuff. That's tight.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
fucking tight. Yeah.
I guess I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how your brain works. You're just an artsy, creative guy, you know what I'm saying? Some people are
Yeah.
built like that.
I just hate being trapped, you know, and like it's so black and white. Like without any of this art shit, it's so black and white.
Yeah, art is everything. That's life, you know what I'm saying?
We gotta add some color to the world.
Gots to.
Yeah,
You gots
it's like-
to. And that's why we here.
That's why it's beautiful.
That's why we here, baby.
But
Yeah.
like you said though, having a day off, not doing nothing, kicking back, that's actually really nice sometimes.
It's nice. It is nice sometimes, but you know, I need to get out of that mindset of feeling like if I'm relaxing, resting, then I'm just wasting time, and you know, cause I can get kind of toxic sometimes too, you know.
It can be.
Yeah, cause sometimes like all my boys, they be like, man, you need to just fucking
Just chill out.
chill out.
Chill
like,
out.
Go lay down on the couch and don't do nothing. But
Yeah.
I can't sometimes because I'm like, I need to go do this, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Like, shit's got to get done, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Stress yourself out like that.
I do, but hey, fuck it. Sometimes you got to put that pressure on yourself.
you do.
know?
You gotta apply pressure.
You got to apply that pressure on
Most
yourself.
definitely.
So yeah, but I guess I try to do it in a way where it's like healthy, you know?
But at the same time, though, if you're doing what you love, I mean, it's not really like bad.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's-
if you love it, and you
Yeah,
like
you're-
to do it, then it's not
yeah,
really work.
Yeah, you
right?
ain't wrong about that. Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
So-
you ain't wrong. So yeah.
I like that. Applying pressure to yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody need to apply pressure to themselves.
Yeah, you gotta light that fire under your ass.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like, you know, everything that you've told me, bro, where you're going, where you've been, I
Yeah.
mean, the projection is incredible, bro. And I just know that you're going to reach another gear. You're going to reach another height. And like I said, Rhythm and Flow here stands behind Aaron Lay.
Man, I appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, man. Anything you guys need me for, I'm here with you guys too. I stand behind you guys too, so
Yes, sir.
it goes both ways. Love is reciprocated.
Yes, sir.
My brother.
Now, we're running a little short on time. So if you have any last minute shout outs, anybody you want to, you know, give a little shout to, maybe some handles.
Well, first of all, big shout out to Rhythm and Flow, my brother Power, DJ Inferno, for bringing me out. Big shout out to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You know, that's the man above everything. Big shout out to my fans, my supporters, my loved ones, my haters. I appreciate all of you guys. Big shout out to my family. And yeah, we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep rocking. It's only the beginning. And yeah, stay tuned for more.
Yes, sir. You heard it here first. Aaron Lay, Side Hustle tonight. If you missed it, I'm sorry. We'll try to bring him back for the next one, but let's turn up tonight. Let's
Yes,
get
sir.
it.
Cheers.
Yes, sir.
Let's turn up.
Let's do it. Peace.